Peace through strength. Quote that Trump has famously said throughout all his campaign, his rallies and speeches. And it's clearly something that he abides by. In the last recent days of the war between Israel and Iran, Trump has again demonstrated his peace through strength doctrine. And I think it's worked pretty well. What does peace through strength look like in your life? What can we learn from this doctrine? And how can we apply it to our lives for betterment? And before we get started, please check out the channel. I do tons of videos on pro-masculinity and fitness, nutrition, how to be better, train. But for now, let's get into it. What does peace through strength mean politically? In the most recent days, Trump's Truth Social posts on this peace through strength doctrine was not to provoke war, but it was to project enough strength that the conflict became unnecessary. And it did. We had tons of people on the right and the left trying to say things like World War III, etc. Do you see war? In fact, when he makes Truth Social posts as the following to Israel: Israel is not going to attack Iran. All planes will turn around and head home. While doing a friendly plane wave to Iran, nobody will be hurt. The ceasefire is in effect. Thank you for your attention in this matter, Donald J. Trump. It's kind of like the dad in the room trying to correct two bickering children. And when I count to three, 2, 1, don't let me see you doing that. It's a very strong masculine presence to have. Now, regardless of your opinion on the strike on Iran's nuclear sites, it is something that he was the first president of the United States to actually do. If we go back, Clinton, George Bush, even Obama, all said that Iran can't have nuclear capabilities. And they all agreed that they should be doing things to stop that. Trump was the first person to do something to stop that. A lot of these aggressive countries only understand one language, which is strength and getting slapped hard enough so you don't do it again. Now, obviously, in the most recent days after the attack, more and more conflict came between Israel and Iran with heavy strikes. One famously, Iran actually hit a US base in Qatar, but Trump's response to this again showed immediate mental strength. He states, Iran has recently responded to our obliteration of their nuclear facilities with a very weak response, which we expected, and have very effectively countered. There have been 14 missiles fired, 13 were knocked down, and 1 was set free because it was headed in a non-threatening direction. I am pleased to report that no Americans were harmed, and hardly any damage was done. Most importantly, they've got it all out of their system, and there will hopefully be no further hate. I want to thank Iran for giving us early notice, which made it possible for no lives to be lost, and nobody to be injured. Perhaps Iran can now proceed to peace and harmony in that region. I will enthusiastically encourage Israel to do the same. Thank you for your attention in this matter. You see, his response wasn't just to hit back. Trump knows he's stronger. He knows that he has all the cards in his hand, and he could just, for the sake of it, wave more violence and strength and just hit them hard. But he didn't. What his response decided was, well, I hope you got it out of your system. It's a controlled, harmonistic way to approach things. Knowing in your head, I'm the bigger person, I'm stronger, but I'm going to let you get it out of your system. Further to the post the next day after the Israel and Iran conflict, he announced a famous ceasefire that he agreed, that he worked tirelessly between both nations to achieve. Congratulations to everyone, it has been fully agreed between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete ceasefire in approximately 6 hours from now. At this point, the war will be considered ended. Officially, Iran will start the ceasefire upon the 12th hour, and Israel will start the ceasefire upon the 24th hour, and officially ended the 12-day war. The other side will remain peaceful and respectful. Now, after he announced this, Iran had attacked Israel, and then Israel had then responded, and then there was bickering going off, which led to the famous clip that everyone's been sharing around of Trump dropping the F-bomb.
Fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.
You see, for me, this clip's quite important, and I actually quite like it. I think what Trump's doing here is, it's a frustration and lashing out, showing a humanistic side to him, to say, I'm sick of this war, I'm sick of this fighting, I don't want war, I'm sick of these two countries, and calling out one country that specifically he's a massive ally of, I think, again, shows great masculinity, and it shows great responsibility. What can we learn from this? You see, when you're strong mentally and physically, you don't need to overreact. Strength brings inner peace, because you're prepared and you're not passive. See, Trump's posts, everything he says, and you can and whether you like him or not, everyone can have an opinion on him, it does reflect a strong posture and even adversity. I mean, in some ways, he's not just a political figure. I mean, now he's a political figure. He started off as more of a celebrity and actually kind of a populist, but now we need to rate him against how we would rate every other political figure. But he's not just a political figure. He's become a symbol of mental toughness. He runs the most top power in the world, United States of America. But more importantly, he's displayed this kind of posture and mantra in himself to actually prove to people that he does actually run the most powerful nation in the world. And this is quite important, especially at the minute where we feel a culture is quite hostile and stabs out quite a lot out against masculinity. You see, I always preach about being fit, getting strong, mental fortitude, good food, good nutrition, looking after your family, doing what's right for your kids. Being fit, for example, isn't just vanity. It's a signal to the world and to yourself that I'm capable. I have took self-responsibility. I stand up for what's right. I do the right thing. I'm strong mentally and physically, and I can protect me and I can protect the ones around me. That's what made this society around us. Weakness is usually celebrated in modern culture. It's always encouraged for men to cry and be into more feminine things, but strength is always framed as toxic. It's not. Real strength uplifts, protects, and leads. We can learn a lot from this preach through strength doctrine. We can. We really can. It's not as just frivol, politic, bickering. We can learn a lot from it. I would encourage you today to start taking bits of examples from that doctrine and apply it onto your own life. Start leading the life the way you want it. Start training, start reading, work out daily, eat good food, and do what's right by your family. Anyway, if you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. But until the next time works, I'll catch you then.